back to Maxs Garaj Mahal. Here we are today, and it is 9/27/2021. We are prepping for the GIE Expo in Louisville, Kentucky, coming up October, and it's like a little less than a month away. But we're getting all the camera equipment ready. Like you got to have when you go to these places, you got to have stuff like your Feiyutech. I mean, guys, you got to have a Feiyutech Gimbal. This thing is fantastic. I mean, it just takes all the shake out. I put a white face on this so you can watch this thing. I mean, it just really is fantastic. So I'll get some shots of it here in a minute with the camera on, and you can see what it does. So anyway, I've had people say, guys, why don't you put more logos on your clothing so that we'll recognize you, because we saw you in the GIE 2019, but we really didn't know who you were until we saw you on your videos. So we're going to try to do that too. So let me put this Feiyutech gimbal right back over here. So we'll probably, on this backpack, we'll probably put the Maxs Garaj Mahal logo on that, so you can see that. You see me from the back, as if anyone really wants to see me from the back. And let's see, this thing, we may put the Maxs Garaj Mahal logos on that in case I have it inside. I will be taking a jumper, a FOXPEED jumper with me. Even though this is not video, I will use it to charge video equipment with while I'm there, because I can charge it faster with this than I can with the chargers. I've learned that already, so that's another good use of this thing is to use these things right here, these car jump starters. Man, these little suckers right here will jump the heck out of a battery for your video cameras and things like that. So if you haven't got you a FOXPEED jump starter, you might want one. This is really not a commercial. I'm just showing you what I'm bringing with me and the reasons for it. So turn it around there and put that back where it came from, because I like to keep it nice and neat. I'm taking two Feiyutech gimbals, by the way, and the reason for that is, especially if I turn it around, the reason for that is for the phone. I can do all this nonsense here. I can put my 360 degree camera attachment to this phone, and I always forget how to do this, because that's only the second time I've used that extension. And I can use it like that. And I hold this sucker up and walk through, hold it way down here, walk through the show, and you'll be able to get a 360 degree angle and see everybody around. You can look up and down. It's pretty neat. So I learned that from another YouTuber, really smart lady. I wish I was a tenth as smart as she is, and that's Sexy Cyborg. Go by and check out her channel. She's really does all kinds of high-tech stuff, really neat. So anyway, there's another Feiyutech gimbal I'm taking with me, and I'm only going to bring 5 batteries for the Sony a6000, and we're making sure all these things are fully charged before we leave. Then we have the monster battery over here. We have a pair of these, and what those are for is, boy, use that a lot, don't I? I'm going to show you what this does. Now, when you use lights or lighting around filmmaking, and they're cordless lights, you use a lot of power. And believe me, this battery puts out a lot of power. So let's open it up so you can get an idea. I'm going to blind you for just a moment, so bear with me, because I'm first going to turn this on. Let me turn these off. That's off. This is off. Now this is going to come on. I'm going to do it real nice and slow. And I'm going to set this up so that you get the real benefit of this. Now check this out, guys. What do you think of that? Now the camera really mocks this down quite a bit, which is neat. But we're going to be able to make sure you get good shots, because we're going to bring the light. We're going to bring these huge batteries. And we want to make sure that when we get there, if some of our subscribers and viewers are there, We want to make sure everyone gets to see you. And be sure to step up and say hello to old Max and Doug. And you know, got something to say, make sure you say it, because we want to let other people know what you think. Now, I've got this little attachment right here that I probably will put the Sony a6000 on down here, the light up here, the microphones here, and it has a place for at least 4 more attachments. We don't know what they'll be yet. I've got them, I just don't know what I'll put on there. I've never been satisfied with the way I've set things up, so maybe some of you camera folks out there will be able to give me some pointers on that. So we will be bringing a couple of action cameras. As you saw, there's one here in the gimbal, Feiyutech Gimbal. Then we got this little, this is the very first one I ever had, and you've seen some footage with this. It does a pretty good job. It's not nearly as good as this One action camera over here. And you know, I've got, y'all gonna love this. Check this out right here. I got this set up where I can walk through the show, shooting you right in the face. What do you think about that? That way when you look at me, you can look at me square in the eyes on the camera. That's scary, isn't it? That is really scary. So let's get some light back on where you can see what I'm doing. Not that I'm doing anything real dramatic or anything like that. So we'll have the remote control. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll have the action camera remotes. Have all that with us. We'll have one of these sticks right here that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this thing up with my 360 back here sometimes. So we're going to walk around and get you some shots from up above. And this is, I mean, I've had this thing for years and years and years. I don't remember ever using it more than a couple of times. I've used it to shoot some videos of a moor deck way down when I was riding wide open. I'd shoot that camera right down there by that exhaust where that all the debris is coming out. Shoot it with that. So that works pretty good. And we'll have a bunch of these things. So if you got any suggestions on what all I need to take, let me know. And this is something that I took with me to carry the camera in the 2019 GIE. If you saw me over there and recognized me, and there were a few of you, bless your hearts, the channel was new then, I had this with me, and the way this works is you throw this around your neck on one side, and when you pull your camera up, let your camera slide on this little square ring here, so you can go ahead and put it up and shoot with it. So that worked out pretty well. Only problem was this thing turned loose about 4 times, I think it was. And each time I actually kicked the camera with the top of my shoe to catch it, keep it from hitting the floor, the concrete, which the camera survived, I have to say. That's a good thing, because everything since 2019 you've seen on camera has been shot with this camera, other than the one you're on right now. I borrowed that from the lovely bride. Don't tell her, because she ain't going to be happy about it. So when you see me over there, you might give me some pointers on how to do some real film work with this little camera. It really has been a real good workhorse, and it's really worked well. And let's see, we've got a bunch of these things we're bringing, and all this stuff, if you're like me, really don't mean a whole lot, because I don't do all these fancy setups with cameras like you guys do. So you can give me some pointers on this stuff. And let's see, this backpack, last time I came over there, this thing was just cram packed full. I had glasses cleaners here, I had hand cleaner here, had batteries all over the place. I had, let's see, had tons of these things for holding your, if I let that long there, that's for holding your memory cards. Had all kinds of chargers, and I don't have many of these action camera batteries, so I need to order several of these things between now and the show. So I've got to do that. I've got to get some more hats made, or caps, and I've got to order those today in order to have them time for me to make the caps. This time I'm going to do screen printing myself. Well, I could take that off anytime, could I? Anyway, that belongs on my head, not in front of the camera. But anyway, So just wanted to let you know that we are getting ready to go to the GIE Expo in Louisville, Kentucky. And people keep saying I need to have some shorter videos, just, touch on things. So that's what I want to do, let you know what we're doing. And that's sitting on tripod. I'm not sure that I'll bring the tripod. Probably won't. But the tripod has, it has a little 5-inch Viltrox monitor sitting on it, and that monitor of all things is sitting on a, and I really need something different for that. If you guys have any suggestions, it's a Velbon VideoMate I or 1, and I think I've had that tripod since 2000. Maybe 2004, somewhere in there. Really smooth, really well balanced little tripod. Not real heavy weight, but it handles most of the weight I put on it. And maybe y'all have some ideas on what I can put on this tripod to mount a monitor so that it's not always moving around and bouncing around. You know how I struggle a lot to get around to see what y'all are seeing. So anyway, basically this is a call out to get information on how to shoot better video for you guys and how to see what I'm shooting for you guys much better. So any suggestions you have, I really would appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys watching our videos. Hope that you'll subscribe. What happens when you get old? Nothing works. So anyway, well, everything's still working. It's just sometimes it gets over here. Never mind. So anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, please. Share these videos and ding that little bell down there so you'll get notifications next time there's another video coming up. So as we always say here at Maxs Garaj Mahal, y'all come back and see us now. You hear?